Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Welcome to Tuesday. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Here we are for our final show of the day, Launch Party, where we bring you some of our favourite launches from recent times, and indeed tonight, sometimes happens, not always, but it's happening tonight, a brand new launch. Now, if you were watching our earlier show, Colour Me Happy, you will have already seen this brand new launch and you may well have already snapped it up. But it's a set of brand new pads, our Valentine's paper pad collection, a 12x12 and a 6x6, which we'll be looking at in detail in just a few moments' time. Also, just to say as well that our winter sale does continue over on the website, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. We've got up to, well, I saw one yesterday, 90% off. And we've got, yeah, I know, we've got prices starting from as little as, I think, about £1 or $1. So, you know, you don't even need a massive budget to get involved in the shenanigans. But tonight, as I said, brand new paper pads with bonus points. We have got the double exposure Sheena collection on the show. There's lots on there as well. We might not get around to all of it, but you can shop for the layering florals. We've got aqua markers on the show, the vintage scrapbook and distressed florals. It is all there. Shop the show and you will see everything that we have for you. And I know it's a launch party, but we want the interactivity, please. We want the questions, we want the requests, because tonight the Wizard of Art, as we named her last time, is in the building to, well, educate, inspire, entertain, all of these things and more. It is the lovely Sheena, fresh and ready to go, revivified after a nice little nap, I hear.
Well, I'm of that age, aren't I?
Yeah.
I could drop off for now, any minute. Oh,
same.
I'll be back in the room. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did. I just like, you know, it was nice and warm in the green room, and
oh yeah, the radiator. We must remember to turn that off tonight.
I have turned it off.
Oh, good.
I was cooking.
Yeah. It's like a sauna in there, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm well, and I've got rejuvenated for the shenanigans. Like I did that.
Shenanigans.
Come on.
I love that.
You like that? Yeah.
Yes.
Good, isn't it?
Well, a show full of shenanigans tonight. Do you know what makes me laugh as well? Because I think this is the first time this has ever happened on a show. I'm quite cold over this side of the studio. Apologies for the terrible cardigan. It's Christmas. So I've got the radiator on over this side to warm up. Sheena, that side of the studio, is boiling. She's got the fan going to cool her down.
I have.
I think it's the first time it's ever happened.
Diana Ross, anytime she starts to sing, and you notice the hair goes, wah, and she starts to sing. I feel like that. I'm going to go, yeah, just sing with my hair.
At times during demos, yeah, you should just sort of turn to the side and let it catch you.
Exactly. I like that. It's like a moody kind of shot, you know, rock every now and then. Yeah. I'm just thinking of the embossing powder. I'll be interested shortly.
Well,
that'll be loads of fun.
Before we get into it, let's say a few quick hellos to those joining us this evening. Jan is on the socials tonight. Hello. Judy Palmer joined, just saying good evening, everyone. Hello. Hilary says, hello, everyone, from Hilary and Holly Collie. Hello and woof. Coletta says, good morning, everyone, from Arkansas. Hi to Jessica Stricker. Oh, there's a name I recognise. I mean, I recognise all the names so far, but another name I recognise. Debbie Durrant.
Deborah. Hello. Good evening, Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to hear from you.
Nice to see you. Yes. Hi to Jane Adams, who says, good morning, everyone, from fabulous Las Vegas. Julie Temperton says, good evening, everyone. Hello.
Hello, Julie.
And, oh, Julie.
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 Julie. It's Julie.
Oh, Julie.
Yeah.
Julie. One of my favourite Shakin' Stevens songs, that. Do you remember that song?
Julie.
Whoa, whoa, Julie.
Oh, yeah.
If you love her truly. To be my very own.
That's the one, yeah. We rocked that, didn't we?
We did rock that. Love a bit of Shaky. Everyone's listening to him at the moment, aren't they? Because his Christmas song comes out. Merry Christmas, everyone. Ah, here's the thing. Are you... Sorry, Nicola's just said in my ear, have you been whammed yet? So I've been put in this WhatsApp group called Whamageddon.
Right.
So it's a guy I used to be on the radio with. Did I tell you I used to work on the radio? And yeah, and he's put me in this group with a load of other people I don't know. And it's basically, I'd never heard of it. So you have to go through the whole of December without hearing Wham
Not
last
possible.
Christmas.
What planet would you have to be on? Where would you go to escape it?
I've managed to do it so far.
Have you?
Yeah, and I think, well, unless it's been on I haven't clocked it, but I've had Heart Christmas playing, I've put on my Christmas playlist.
Have you checked your hearing? I said, have you checked your hearing?
Pardon?
Eh?
5:05. So yeah, it's a game apparently. And Nicola, you're playing it as well. Have you been whammed? So she says, here's the thing. So my Belvis medleys, yes. Yes, but it doesn't count. Here's the rules to the game. It has to be the exact original version. So if someone's humming it or singing it, it doesn't count. Right. If it's a cover, it doesn't count.
Then they could just like get you, couldn't they? I could start singing like Last Christmas. Now, not that you would particularly recognise it if I did.
I'd quite like to hear that.
But, oh hey, I've got the jumper ready.
Yeah, it has to be the exact version. No remixes or anything allowed. So, anyway, anyone else playing Whamageddon? Let us know. If you've got through to is it the 17th today? Yeah, doing well so far. 24th, you can hear it after apparently. Good news. Hello Cat Butt, who says, hi Sheena, the Wizard of Art, and Ben, the Wizard presenting. Thank you. Team and Crafties from a dark Scotland. It's dark here now as well. Stephanie's in saying good afternoon from Farmingdale, New Jersey. Blue J... Janine? No, that's not right. Janine. I'm struggling to pronounce that. Jeanenne. Jeanenne. Jeanenne? Blue Jay Jeanenne. Let me know. I think I've said that wrong. Anyway, you're here from Missouri. Excited to be watching the launch. Peggy Sue Whisker Sills in Minnesota. Zoe Carver joins us from... Zoe, where are you again? I always forget. East Sussex.
Give me a minute.
Zoe's in East Sussex or West Sussex. My brain's gone. It's Zoe and Brian anyway. And hi also to Mary Beth in Minnesota and Jonelle from Washington State. Right, let's get into it. I'll show you some finished samples in a second, but these new pads you are going to absolutely love. Sheena's got them to flick, so let's have a look through. The great thing is that there is a 6x6 and a 12x12, and they're totally different, aren't they, the two?
They are beautiful. As you say, 36, double-sided, not coated. I like that. So it's a nice weight paper, no coating on it, which means they are gorgeous, but they can be even more transformed if you want to play with them. Good to go. You know, you have those days when you just want something that looks amazing and just use them. Look, quarter that, 4 cards, boom, sorted. But you can also, because they haven't got that coating on them, add your ink to them, add embossing powder to them, add a bit of gesso to them, your structure paste to them. These are so perfect if you like that shabby chic look and you're doing a bit of upcycling. Yeah. Get the box frame, and they'd be great foundation to sell on there, because you know what, you wouldn't need to add a lot to them to make them finished. No. Oh, look at that, I love these. Look at these little guys here. Imagine those just like either 3D'd or just glazed, just with your glossy highlights on there, or some embossing powder, and they're going to look like that. They already, because of the shadow around them, look 3D. They've got that like shadow behind them. Absolutely beautiful, Ben. So you've got all these gorgeous, gorgeous papers, lovely colour tones, not jarring with each other, not competing. You've got some focal points and you've got all that layered background. But that's the detailed side. On the more subtle side, also gorgeous, because this is where you're going to concentrate if you want to do more to it. If you want to start stamping on there, that is a perfect background to take a gorgeous stamp and paint onto. You can paint onto this. It's sturdy enough, the weight of the paper. Love this. This looks like something that you would find in an old, like a chateau or something.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Chateau.
Absolutely lovely. And then that vintage checks, the ephemera on the background, the postcards, the shadow prints, and the colour, again, it's pink, but it's not jarring pink. It's got a hint of pink tone, and then this has got that gorgeous greeny kind of cast to it. So really beautiful, workable backgrounds, not just for Valentine's Day. I wouldn't look at this and think Valentine's, because
love is all year round.
Yeah, absolutely, as the song would say.
I feel it in my fingers.
Absolutely, listen to Billy Mack, he'll tell you.
Billy Mack, yes.
So what then, here's the thing I'm loving, right? So I've seen, with my pads, you've got the big one, then you've got the shrunken down, same as the big one. No, check this one out.
No, the wacky finger.
No. I like the, what?
Huh? Puppet show.
So what you've got is a completely different pad in its own right. It's focal point pad, isn't it? So you can just tear a piece out, put it on a bit of cord, mat and layer it, cut that out, embellish it, 3D it, or just put something on to make it shiny. If you put elements on here and make them shinier, glittery, anything like that, they're going to look like the focal point. You're going to say, look at me, I'm the eye. And then the background's there, not fighting with it. But they all follow the same theme with this gorgeous heart. And that looks so Victorian. And you can put your little gems on there.
Touch of sparkle, yeah.
Like, perfect. It's mapped out for you. And so, yeah, everything's balanced. There's a gorgeous sample Ben's got over there where this has been cut out here and made a box. Absolutely beautiful. And again, heavyweight. So it's going to stand some, embellishments and mixed media product added to it. Really, really lovely set. Yeah. Beautiful and very designed. It's not just elements that are just being thrown together. These are designed, to work as a gorgeous palette for you to play with. Yeah. And then on the reverse side, you can see you've got that. They have got this more shrunken down background elements. Again, if you want to use that just as a square card layering page to work with. Fabulous.
I can just show you a few of those samples. The one that Sheena just referred to then, the box, is this one here. And again, it shows you the versatility of a paper pad like this and the fact that you can use all of those beautiful papers to create things like your box. This one, again, is lovely, made by our Lily, actually, just using the From the Heart 6x6 pad to cut out various layers to decoupage them up. She's just used some foam pads there, but such a clever way of snipping into these pads to create real, beautiful focal points, and again, just pop on your own sentiments to go with. That's why you might want to buy multiples of these as well. This is beautiful, designed by Nicola Armstrong. Love that. 6x6 From the Heart paper pad, and again, what she's done there is just use some clear embossing powder to create that beautiful finish to the heart on the front. And then just again to show you that the papers here are going to be great for construction. Cute little bag. Doesn't say who made that one, but I really like that. So great for making your own little gift bags, maybe little confetti bags for weddings, that kind of thing. And how cute is this? Who else but Sandy Brooks? Absolutely love that little post box. And look, you can open it up. She's put a little magnet in the flap there that folds down. And then there's even, oh, there was a few more. Where's the other heart gone? Oh, there was a couple of hearts in there. No, there was hearts in the centre. There's quite a few. One must have fallen out that you can then just sort of post back into a little post box. It's super cute. Shows you the kind of thing that you can do. Got some other boxes here on the display for you too. At least one of which are Radical Rachel popped together. But you get both within the bundle. £16 or £23.20 is your platinum price there. Grab them whilst you can. It is the official launch right now. We did have a little sneaky peek of these earlier, but if you haven't yet seen them and you love them, grab them. And as Sheena said, yes, I would imagine you're sort of pigeonholing these and thinking, okay, Valentine's is what, about 50 odd days away. you're going to be using these for Valentine's, of course. But this really is a beautiful set that you can use all year round because, yes, you know, as we said, love is all around. But also, it's just a beautiful set of floral papers as well. Some of the B-sides are a little bit more stripped back, and certainly you can work those into lots of other projects right throughout the year. We're going to have a look at them in just a few more quick hellos because there's lots of you in with us tonight. Hello to Rebecca Dancer and Laughing Gravy, who says, hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? Mary Shaw says, hello, Sheena, Ben and crew and all crafters. I hope you're having a tremendous Tuesday. Well, we are. Thank you very much, aren't we?
Terrifically tremendous Tuesday.
It is. Brenda says, good afternoon from Michigan. Julie Temperton says, evening, Sheena and Ben. I'm watching sneakily whilst doing a Christmas market.
Oh yeah, Julie does some fabulous stuff with our markets, like to makes and sells, does a lot of Christmas.
What Christmas market are you
at?
Do
tell, Julie.
Do tell.
Tell us. We'll tell everyone.
We'll give you a share. Yeah. Karen says, hello from Florida. I've just put the last of my Christmas cards in the mail. Woohoo! Joanne Michelli says, hi everyone from a chilly Chicago, 2 degrees. Nancy Funigiello says, hello Ben, Sheena and crafty friends from another one of my favourite places, Spartanburg.
Spartanburg?
Yes.
What? That's where a superhero's got to live in Spartanburg.
Yes. Spartan Man, the Spartan.
Spartanburg, that's fabulous.
No, it's in South Carolina. Hello, Christina Scott, who says, hello, Ben and Sheena. Finally able to watch it live from a sunny upstate South Carolina. Hello. Stephen Nicole is with us. Hello. Hi also to Karen, who says, the paper is stunning. I love the shabby chic vibe to it. And Joanne says, I love that the small pad has those individual designs that are compatible with the large pad. They are so pretty. Hi to Amanda, who says, good evening to everyone here. I'm just putting stamps onto my CC Christmas cards with a mug of tea in hand, all ready to watch. P.S. I haven't heard Wham songs yet either, but I can tell you who has heard Wham songs and who has been whammed. Hillary was whammed on the 3rd of December. No. Was Holly there as well, or is she still in? And Julie Palmer says, I've been whammed several times, but first time I've heard Oh Julie. Oh, it's a great song, Julie. Look it up. Shakin' Stevens, legend, love him. Whoa Julie. Oh Julie, sorry, one of his best. Have a listen. You're welcome. Let us know if you've been whammed.
Gift to you.
Huh?
Our Christmas gift to you.
Our Christmas gift to you. Shakin' Stevens is so much more than Merry Christmas, everyone, in case you didn't know. Absolute 80s legend. Anyway, let's get into having a look at this paper pad.
Gorgeous thing.
Oh yeah, come on.
I tell you what, I love this because I don't often get to see these fabulous samples first when they're like brand spanking new. But I have this time, and I'm like a kid in a toy shop. So we've started with simple. Look, if you want to make a pretty cute, minimalist card, gorgeous, clean. All you got to make sure of when you're doing these cards is your matching and layering is perfect because your eyes, it's like if you make a simple recipe, it's got to be good, hasn't it? There's nowhere to hide. And then look at this gorgeous little easel card there.
Yeah.
Fabulous, look at that. And again, look, when you look at that though, it's just the only thing that's been done. It's been decoupled in the middle, but look at how spectacular that looks.
Amazing.
Not a lot of work gone into it, but
wow.
it looks amazing. Look at this, does this come?
It's got a Velcro dot on it.
It's an event.
Oh my word. That was. I thought it was almost going to be an invitation in there, like you were invited to the ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. You could put that really annoying confetti stuff in there or something, couldn't you? That ends up all over the house, and you can't. For months, you're trying to get rid of it. Yeah, or one of those howlers from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Weasley is your opening. And then, look again. See, this is perfect because the only thing that's been added is this Happy Valentine's Day wording here. This is all just layered paper. And that just goes to show when you've got a good product, you shouldn't have to, and you don't have to work hard to make a brilliant card and make it look good. I love that. That is so pretty. But then if you want to go like full on, bigger format here, and then we've got a little few ones that just kind of pop out and do more. Look at that for a 3D version. Gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And then this one here. Now this, you see these cards here. You should never say never, but I pretty much can guarantee you'll never see me make a card like this because I have trouble even doing a gatefold card. It's like, that construction-wise in my brain, but that fascinates me.
Who created that? Does it say on the back?
This is Sandy Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous. So
That's
Sandy's the construction lady, is she? But then there's more. Look at this. Look.
Oh, I love that.
And that lovely look. You thought would well stand up like that. Look there. Oh,
Very cute.
yeah. Should we do that with a few more 3D things here?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, that is too
That is
cute.
ridiculous. And you've got to talk. Your voice goes higher, Ben, with things like this.
Cute.
It's so cute. Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh, what a lovely little thing. You could put little gifts leading up to a birthday, couldn't you? Like
Yeah.
day one, day two, day three. Oh, like a little calendar event or something, a little surprises for each day or whatever. Oh, I
That's
love that.
very, very
That is
cute.
really sweet. And then what we got here? Ooh,
it's like Christmas Day's come early for you here,
it
Sheena.
has. I'm discovering as we go. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh, stop it. What?
Oh, wow-wee.
Seriously?
I mean, that is next level, isn't it?
Wow, who made this one? We've got to shout out here. Sandy Brooks
Yeah,
again.
Sandy.
Wow, Sandy, respect. Look, she's got, look, these little tags in here. What a gorgeous, gorgeous keepsake that is. Wow, that is really nice. I think I could probably, with help Sandy Brooks, do maybe attempt something like this. I would like to attempt something like that.
Oh, it's the other way as well.
Look.
Oh, my
little
goodness.
envelopes in it, look.
Oh,
And
my
there's little,
word.
So can you imagine gifting something like this? If you've got a special thing that you've arranged, a day out or an event or an evening, wow, how good.
That's
That is
immense.
just a work of art. That is an amazing keepsake, Sandy. That is
I
beautiful.
think you win the day, Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy, that's gorgeous. And then, but we're not done. Look, check this one out. Look at
Oh.
this. I did have a sneaky peek in this one before I went, what? So decoupage florals against that paper there, even on the side here with that one of the decoupage horse. But look at this, watch. Oh,
Ah.
how cute is that? It's all got little jewellery things and stuff in it.
That's
Boxes
super
with,
cute.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
So I love that you can do that. You see, this is where we each do our own power-ups, don't we? So who's this one then? Rachel Gillen.
Oh, Rachel.
Fabulous. And then we've got this really pretty bag. So if that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. I love, even just even if you want to go just more with the papers on that side, and you can't go wrong, can you? Absolutely stunning.
Not.
Love these guys. Fabulous.
All
And
the
just put these
inspo
in
there. Yeah, absolutely love that. The papers are gorgeous, says Brenda Monroe. Grab them whilst you can. Zoe says West Sussex. I did know that, Zoe. She says, sorry, yeah, I know you. I should listen to you, Nicola, because you knew. She says, just remember Bognor Butlins and you'll get it. Obviously, my home for a couple of years, Bognor Butlins. I worked at all the, well, not I say all the Butlins, all of the new Butlins, but I was at Bognor for about a year and a half. Good old Bognor. Good morning from Michigan. Love the paper pad, says Ricky. Did you get them? Hi to Maria. Oh no, this isn't from Maria. This is from Willow. It says,
Oh no.
hello Uncle Ben and Mammy.
Yeah.
I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and peace for the whole wide world as my present this year. ... Oh, and some toys and some choo-choos. Love from Willow, age 7 and a little bit.
And a little bit, yeah.
Choo-choos and toys to this Christmas then, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, she absolutely does. Well, you know what? Every time I come in, she thinks I've got to have something for her now. It's like,
Yeah.
so I have to like, yeah.
Do you know, so this is how clever Molly Collie is. So there was one time ages ago, I came in with some shopping and there was like a little squeaky toy that was on offer in the supermarket. So I thought, oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I'll put it
yeah.
in a couple of quid. Put it in the bag, came into the front door. I was like, oh, have a look at the bag, look at the bag. And of course, she put her nose in the bag, found the squeaky toy, took it out, very happy. Every single time I come into the house now with the shopping,
She knows.
the nose goes in the bag. And I'm like, no, there isn't one in there this time.
It doesn't take much, does it, to get them so that they're programmed, so they absolutely know that that's the deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but she's
absolutely.
got, Molly's got squeaky toys, cuddly toys and choo-choos on her list as well for Santa Paws. Christina Scott says, we were whammed just yesterday in Anderson, South Carolina, walking into a restaurant for lunch. And a message from Maria, your Maria.
Again.
It says, hey Sheena.
Yeah.
How do you fancy doing a Facebook Live on the evening before Christmas Eve? Let's have some fun.
Well, it looks like that's what I'm doing then. Okay then,
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, not Christmas Eve, because we're supposed to be at our mum's on Christmas Eve.
Oh, you won't be
Can't
doing that
do it
then?
we are.
No.
That'll be Christmas Eve.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
well,
up for that.
look at that. Hey, and also don't forget tomorrow on my Facebook page, 3 o'clock UK, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, join me for a Christmas quiz. Nicola's going to be joining in. Nicola, you don't give the answers because you've already done it. And a quick question from Carol as we just move over to look at the papers and look at a demo with Sheena. She says, what is that little tool that is used to distress the edges of the paper? I see it in bags and bundles, but I'm kind of wanting one. It is called, well, its actual name is an edge crimper. Okay, edge crimper. Sheena's just going to see if she can find one over there to show you.
I'm looking. There's a lot of stuff here, so it's like, whether I can
It'll
find
be in there somewhere. If you're Craig, he calls it an edge crimper. But it's edge crimper.
Sounds like Billy Connolly crafts.
Hey, edge crimper. Hey, I'm crafting Billy Connolly. It looks like, I always think it looks like, you know, like a beer bottle top.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit like that. It's the same sort of size. But they'll be on the website, I'm sure.
I cannot see
I'll tell you what,
one.
Sheena, you get back into your place. I'll come and
Right.
see if I can find it whilst I'm coming over.
Ben.
But we use them to distress the papers, don't we?
Yeah, well, I thought what we could do was just make a really nice, simple, easy, quick card, but I'll add a little bit more to it. So taking one of those little pads here, so just literally, that's as difficult as I got. Tear one out, we're done. Boom, we've got one there.
Am I going to go and get one from the drawer, did you say?
That one there. So we've torn that one out, okay? So the thing is, we can do more with it. The first thing we can do is we can take one and we've cut out the heart. So with this one, we could use that again, and I like that idea with the, see, there's another idea instead of, right. So, okay, I was thinking of just doing this like this and then 3Ding this over the top.
Oh, yeah.
But I quite like this idea over the top like that. So you've got that little shadow heart underneath, yeah? Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to do. So that's there, but we've already aged around the side of the paper, and that what it does, it actually draws your eye in. You think you don't know it's there, but honestly, when you do it, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
So don't be scared to get some ink on there. And
What's that colour you're using, did you say?
I am using some seal brown.
Brown.
Anything like dark, you could use the dark green, you know, that gorgeous pine tree would have worked there as well. To be honest as well, most of my application tools are a bit dirty. Like this has already got something on there. It might be a bit black or a dark colour. And I know I'm not alone there, that if it's just that sort of that colour and you want a dirty, muted colour anyway, it doesn't matter that it's not brand new, clean. You're going to get a dark kind of, subdued, muted look around the outside. And that's what we've gone for. And can you see how now your eyes are drawn much more towards the centre? Yeah, it's giving it that softer kind of glow around the outside when you do that. Now that's what's happened there, and then also same for this little insert here, the little around the inside. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to stick that onto here to mat and layer that, and then I am thinking about the centre. I think we've got this ready, but I think we'll do a little bit more than just stick that on. Because I want to show you, you know, like we said about the power-ups, you're not going to get construction cards from me tonight, lovelies, right? This is not what those gorgeous cards that you've been looking at. Mm-hmm. That's really, not something that I'm the expert at, but I'm pretty good at colouring and distressing and using mediums and things like that. So I'm thinking that's where you're going to get more use of my time with you, doing those bits there. So I'm going to stick that onto there. I could even still put a few embellishments around the side. I'm not even going to do that yet, but we might even do a little bit more. But this one here, what we can do and what would work really nicely is to make that look a little bit more special and blingy, is to get some embossing powder on it.
Yes,
okay? So let's do a little bit of that. Let's get a piece of card. Mm-hmm. And so there's a couple of ways we can approach this, Ben. The quickest and easiest way is to just use a translucent embossing ink pad. Yeah.
Are you still happy with your fan on at this point?
I'm thinking that. Yeah, we'll find out. It'll be fun, won't it?
Yeah, exactly right. It'll be fun.
Be like back to the 1920s, like Charlie Chaplin style crafting or something. Yeah. So what I've got is I've got two embossing powders here. I've got like a frosty one and I've got a clear one, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ink this heart up directly, the whole thing, so literally, and this is important, this is where you do need a nice clean ink pad.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they get dirty quickly. Mine do anyway.
Is that one of yours? Because I tell you what, the one we had in the studio previously was not clean.
It was there, yeah, no, it's not. It was there. Like I say, somebody, the little Christmas elves have been here tidying up.
Yeah, it must have been.
But I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because you can't find anything when it was tidied up. Everything was put that neatly and compressed into the little shelf that it's virtually forming coal now. You can't get it out. It's like, I tried to get some out earlier, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the sparkly stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go around the outside with the sparkly stuff. Yeah, I'm getting the effect of the fan there. That's interesting. But just around more the outside of it. Like that.
Extreme crafting with Sheena Douglass.
Exactly. Well, hey, this is where, you know, when you're doing a cocktail, we're doing an embossing powder cocktail now. So we've done that, and we've got rid of that there. So that's back in the tub. So no harm, no foul to that. And then this one, I'm going to put just the clear in the middle. So hopefully we're going to have like a clearer centre, and then a frosty, glittery going towards the outside. And because that's already stuck there and that's stuck there, I should be fine to put that back, because all that glitter had already stuck to the sticky ink, so it wasn't going to contaminate my clear stuff. That make sense?
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to emboss that, and we're not even done with that. We can do more. I just think that we don't get a chance to use embossing powders that much, do we, with the papers?
Here comes the magic.
Hopefully now,
oh yeah, you can see it.
We'll have this will be shinier. It'll definitely be the star of the show, and you can do that more than once if you want to get it more. With one coat, it can give you like the kind of an orange peely kind of effect, a little bit dimpled and like pitted. Where if you want it to be smoother, all you do is just repeat that process again, and it'll be much smoother and a more glassy finish. You could use a thicker, chunky embossing powder as well. Yeah. But most people, we just have the regular embossing powder, and that works a treat. But can you see how beautiful, pretty that is now? How it really does stand out now with the with the bling.
That's brilliant. Look at that.
Isn't it? So we could do that again. Do you want to do it again, Nick?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it right. Let's do it pretty. And then we're not even done. We're going to do some gold around the outside. What I'm thinking is, for me being here doing this with you, this is the kind of thing that I can share best with you.
Well, this is what I love, you see, because you've got some beautiful papers which on their own stand out and do the job, but obviously having you here, you're doing what you would do if you had these papers, and you're taking what are already beautiful papers, but then adding even more
that's
beautifulness to them.
Thinking, Ben, because I don't normally get a chance to do a backing paper launch unless it's in one of my large collections, and there's usually that much stuff in the large collection that we don't get to really play with the paper as much, because there's all this the stamps and dies and other things with it. But so yeah, I'm thinking this would be the best you can get out of me in the time we've got. So I'll pop that in there again.
Last show for you here as well before Christmas, isn't it?
It is the last one, yes, absolutely. Where's the year gone? Where has the year gone, Ben?
I don't even know.
What?
It's flown over. I was just going to say as well, if you've got any questions for Sheena, any crafty conundrums, then the next hour and a half is your last chance this year. Facebook Live on Christmas Eve as well, of course, which we've just found out about. Christmas Eve. 23rd.
Eve, yes.
Just say hi to Pat, who's joined us. Hi, Ben, Sheena and crew. Sitting in the doctor's office whilst watching the show. Hope you're okay, Pat. Keep us informed, please. Sandy says, hi all. Popped in to buy the Valentine papers. They are beautiful. And Hilary says, say this quietly. Oh, Holly's presents are in the cupboard and she keeps trying to get in. I know how you feel there. Collies are too clever for their own good. Love the paper and the sample, says Pat. Nanny to the girls joins us, saying, late again, story of my life. Well, we love that you're here. Sherry Miller says, hello, Sheena and Ben. You are both sweethearts.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry Miller.
So are you, Sherry Miller.
Yeah, Sherry Miller.
Blue
Love
Jay
Sherry
says, I
Miller.
love watching Sheena. She is so inspiring. Trish Lestelle joins us. Hello, Trish. And Tina Javier says, hello, Sheena and Ben. I'm loving the demonstration ideas. So beautiful. Ordered 2 packs of these papers. I can't wait to get them. I'm a sucker for anything with hearts. I think if you can afford to, Sheena, it's worth stocking up, isn't it?
Well, yes, because, you know, papers are gorgeous, but they're consumables, aren't they? You use them up, they're gone. So what I'm doing now, Ben, is a different approach. We're going to put the gold in here like that, right? And pray that they, but look at how gorgeous that looks already. Look at that. And
that is
just
beautiful.
powder, and it goes to glittery around the outside. So it's got that really gorgeous ethereal look. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to drag it around the outside like this. Just let it just curve a little bit into the heart like this.
Yeah. And just, I know you just did do it, but Hilary says, so just to double emboss or then triple emboss? I just
doubled. You could triple if you want, yeah. It just means you get more of a glassy look. It's just for time that we're not doing that. So if you've got a little bit more time, sure, do it. You just repeat.
But once you've double embossed, you then just sprinkle your powder on again, don't you?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then reheat.
I inked it up again.
Yeah.
Some people try and do it when it's melted, when it's still hot, but you know what? It's a large area for that to work. And it usually, you've got to be really quick if you want that to be, you know, good. It's just easier just to put the ink on and start again. Less stressy, I find. I'm all for less stressy these days.
Me too.
So I just want to try and get that little bit in there. That's it. So it's only going to stick to where you put the ink. So don't worry about going too far onto the heart with this. And then even if it does go too far on and you think, oh, that's a bit of a wide band there, all you've got to do is just push it back a little bit, because it's not, until it's heated, it's not permanently stuck. So let's pop that back in that jar, heat that and see what we've got. So this was going to be the really quick, simple card, but I'm thinking, you get it, if it's a simple card, you're going to stick that, then that's what it's going to do, isn't it? So we may as well make use of the time by doing something a bit more. That's my thinking anyway. So again, we'll just get it up to temperature, and then, what? That is pretty. So now we've got a really, it looks like a brooch, you know, like a
you know what, I nearly said that a minute ago, like very, got a beautiful like brooch sort of sheen to it.
Really, like a vintage Victorian.
Don't see many people wearing brooches these days, do you?
Sorry?
You don't see many people wearing brooches these days.
No, you don't. They really aren't a thing anymore, are they?
My nan loved a brooch, I'll always remember. You mainly used to wear them to sort of keep your scarf together, didn't you, a brooch?
A scarf?
Yeah, like if you wore a scarf, you'd have a brooch just to keep your scarf on, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
right, so let me
back.
show you now what we've got. If I show you that.
Oh, yes. That's gorgeous.
Pretty, isn't it?
Very, very pretty.
Around the outside, that in the centre, and then that's going to 3D onto the ore. So this will even be flatter. If you did one more coat, you'd be more glassy. But considering that's just a little bit of your backing paper, your little 6x6 card, and then we can pop that onto there, and then 3D this like this onto here. You could still do something to this, to be honest, if you wanted to add a little bit more of a bling to that.
But I quite like it now, because you've got the bling in the centre, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. You've got to be careful about doing too much to it. So
this would be one of those where you want to leave it, and then like half an hour later you're still like titivating the outside.
Stick it. That's a good point, you know. Don't commit to sticking it, just leave it. Put it to one side, lay it up. Take a picture with your phone even, and then come back and you see it with fresh eyes. We do that all the time when we're crafting at home and we're painting or something like that. I keep saying to me, just leave it. Don't do any more to it now, because you become too close to it. You stop seeing it after a while. You know, it's you've concentrated so much on what you're doing. You need that fresh look, don't you?
You know, Carol D's just said, if you wanted to use gilding flakes around the edge, would you do that before or after the heat embossing?
Before,
right.
I would say before. Make sure it's thoroughly dried as well, because you do need that, because the embossing powder will cling to anywhere where there is any exposed glue, yeah?
Yeah.
Anything sticky, it'll stick to it.
Okay. And I stand corrected on brooches. Sherry Miller says, brooches are coming back again. I collect snowflake brooches. And Carol D says, I wear brooches on all my blazers. I have a great collection. Well, big up the brooch.
What we know, Ben.
Big up the brooch is all I'll say. Look at that. That is stunning.
So where I would put there, I would put the grit in here, some word in there, maybe that little bow there, and that could go there, the bow could go there, and then you also loved just here. So basically just have a little play around that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to also give that a bit of dimension.
Yeah.
And pop that there.
Very pretty. Absolutely marvellous that. And so great, isn't it, to see sort of like a different take on these papers that you get with Sheena. Heat embossing is always amazing, says Lynn M. Irene Tuff says, hello, Sheena and Ben. Atlanta, USA calling. Hello, Atlanta. You say excellent demonstration. As always, you would expect nothing less. Thanks for demonstrating this technique, says Mary Pat. I keep forgetting to use it, and it is a lovely reminder. These are forever papers, says Carol D, never going out of style. They are, and they're also papers. I know they're called the Valentine's collection, but you can send love at any time of the year. And the fact that you've got the more stripped down design on the reverse, I think they're going to be useful for projects all year round. I learned heat embossing here on CTV and I'm hooked, says Sandy. And Carol Garwood Beard says, I love using embossing powders. I love the thought of covering the whole design to get that glistening shine. Janice Watson says, embossing powders are my new favourite thing. And Crafty Angie says, what a pleasant surprise to tune in and see Sheena and Ben. Oh, what a pleasant surprise to have you with us. Hi to Janet Clayton, who says, hi Sheena and Ben, love the papers. How gorgeous is that heart? And also hello to Urena, who says, Ben, I got whammed watching a Christmas movie, never seen before. The main female loved George Michael, so wham songs throughout the movie.
Oh.
Let us know if you've been whammed or if you're still unwhammed like me. We're going to have a short break. We are going to give you opportunity to get checked out. Don't forget, winter sale continues on the website. There is up to 90% off selected items. When we come back, we'll probably delve more into the papers at some point, but we've got double exposure on the show, which are brilliant, plus a whole host more. We'll see you back here in about 4. Go to the checkouts.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Janet Clayton is with us. Hello, Janet. Saying, hi, Sheena and Ben. Love the papers. How gorgeous is that heart? They're just a lovely set of papers. You'll see them more over the course of the next hour. Catherine Gorton says, I've not been whammed yet. Remember, it has to be the actual Wham song. Can't be someone just coming up to you going, ha, last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Ha.
Ha, the very next. And it can't be a cover version. I don't think, has anyone ever covered it? They've probably done like a disco, listen to me, a disco version of it. How old am I? Like a dance version, like a remix. That's what I meant to say, Nicola, but I'm old. Might be like a discotheque version, you know, for people when they go to the disco.
Stars on 45.
Stars on 45. Zoe says, I haven't been whammed yet, but all this talk about wham makes me want a wham bar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
They're chewy bars.
Chewy bars, yeah, with a popping candy in them. Very nice.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It's like name that sweet, I'll tell you. I'm there with you. Yeah, that candy, the sweet, yeah.
You can get those retro boxes of sweets now, can't you? There's like a website that does them, and you can send if I had one for my birthday a few years back. But get all the sherbet dib dabs.
Oh, I love sherbet dib dabs and sherbet fountains as well. Lovely.
And like the love hearts and
nice.
what are the fruit salads
refreshers and
blackjacks.
Even those Parma violets, I like them.
Oh no, you can keep your Parma violets, Sheena.
Yeah, I like them.
Do you actually?
I like them. It's like eating perfume.
Ah, no. The little like sherbety ones that are the same size and the same sort of wrapper, but not Parma violets.
Yeah, yeah. Like refreshers, aren't they? Those the ones like the Parma violets.
Is that what they're called? Refreshers?
So, yeah.
Oh dear, Sheena.
Nice. Nice.
We agree on most things, but not Parma violets. And Clarice,
Wrong.
Wrong on so many levels. And Clarice Trudel says, I love wearing a brooch. There we go. So we're bringing brooches back tonight. We're finding out who's got whammed. I mean, what more do you need really on a Tuesday? Well, I'll tell you what we need. We need some more flowers. So we're going to look at the floral layering collection.
Shall we look at them before we start playing with them? Let's do it.
Oh, she's in. She's taking over. Do what you want. I was going to show the boards, but you
there I am.
go on, in you go. You show your cards.
Yeah. It's like the Muppet Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like up here.
You show some cards and I'll show the boards.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do that.
Like we normally do.
Slick, isn't it?
The slick, well-oiled machine.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Can tell them that Christmas there. That's Christmas.
It's good. No one cares. It's all good.
Fine.
Hey, Echinacea.
Hey, Echinacea. Look at that. Hey, up. I love an echinacea.
Hey, me too. And I know they're not from Yorkshire, but every time I see one, I go, hey, echinacea.
I hope you have, lad. You've got to call them the echinacea.
I know. Craig can't say echinacea.
Echinacea.
He has to say cornflower whenever he sees
Does
these.
he?
Because he can't say echinacea.
Echinacea.
Ah, echinacea.
Thump.
I'd go to the foot of our stairs. Knock me down with feather.
But you do, I love an echinacea. I love that card. That is so pretty. Look at the dimension. Look at the petals. These are very, very nice. And I haven't seen these samples before. As you can tell, genuine responses. I'm showing you them. Beautiful. Very, very nicely executed. Clean, beautiful. They look like the flowers. Is this an anemone? Anemone.
Anemone. Is that an anemone? That's a lily.
Lily. Yeah, Lily is no Lily song. I love, but looks so much like a stargazer lily, doesn't it?
Does look like a stargazer lily.
Beautiful. These are. Wowza. Why have I missed these, Ben?
Rose.
Rude. Oh, be your own kind of beautiful. And that looks like it's glazed. Look at that. That is just a
Very Beauty and the Beastie.
Yeah, very much, isn't it? Yes, definitely in the little jar there. These are stunning. Off to bed with you now, chick.
I knew you'd be able to do that. I don't know why.
What was one of the things somebody Gaston, there's somebody, we've been watching this cooking thing, and Gaston, every time they talk about Gaston, I'm one of the be our guest, be our guest. Yeah, they sing it in my head, you know. Yeah, anyway, in Sheena world, these things happen. But aren't these lovely? Look at the pretty flowers and ignore everything I'm saying. That's the best thing to do. Oh, nice.
That is
and I
beautiful.
love that you get different coloured poppies, the California poppy, your Himalayan poppy.
What colour's a California poppy?
California poppy, is that the yellow one? That could be the yellow one. Let me know. Sherry Miller, I'll know. Sherry Miller knows all that.
Sherry Miller, let us know, please.
The Himalayan's the blue one, I think, because it's cold. And then you've got the gorgeous peony. And then a lovely, it was a hydrangea. That was it. Remember that song? Can you remember the Lone Ranger song?
Every time I hear Hydrangea, I just want to go, what's the Lone Ranger tune?
Oh, hi-ho Tonto!
Hi-ho Silver, away!
That's it, yeah, not Tonto.
It's the Hydrangea!
Show! Saturday mornings, we had a cinema near us called The Royalty, and used to take all the kids from the area, the local thing, and put them in the cinema for Saturday morning for about 3-4 hours when the parents had a break, and they play all these old things like that, like Robinson Crusoe, the Hershey's Adventures of Tintin. And they just lock us up. And you know that scene in in Gremlins when they're in the theatre? And they just run, they're like going crazy, the gremlins.
Yeah, that was you lot.
Like the kids, yeah, it was really, that was it, yeah. So that's where all these ones come from. But anyway, back to these gorgeous cards. These are stunning, these are beautiful. I hope while we've been like reminiscing there, you've been taking note of how pretty they are.
Ignoring us, but looking at the cards.
When we've been talking rubbish, I hope you've been like focused, more focused than we are. Ben.
I'll show you the board so you can focus on these to show you exactly what you're going to get. Ben, I miss spangles, says Amanda. I love the spangle. I love Parma Violets and Floral Pips, says Hilary. No. Parma Violets are yuck, says Catherine Gorton. I'm with you on that, Ben. Thank you. Listening to Last Christmas reminds me of heading to the mall in the 80s. Good times, says Sandy. And Zoe says, I don't like Parma Violets. Luckily, Brian likes them, so if I get any, I give them to him. All of the dies you're going to get in here for you to be able to build all of these fantastic flowers. So you've got your beautiful foxglove there. And what is brilliant, actually, if I just sort of show you so you know straight from the off, you get your linen cardstock included as well. So it's 5x7 in size, but all of the corresponding colours to work with all of the florals that you've got, and even the greens in there as well for your stems and your foliage and your leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colours, 3 sheets of each. Nice that you get white too, so of course you can add your own colours should you want to do that. But look, all the flowers you get, so foxglove, then you've got your radiant rose. This one here is your blooming hydrangea. Oh, you blooming hydrangea. Then you're also going to get your pretty poppy. This one is the beautiful peony. This one here is your delightful daisy. Next one is the lovely lily. This one is your sweet helleborus. Then you've got your alluring anemone. Boop, 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 boop. Charming cosmos. Vibrant sunflower. Did I ever put up my pictures of my sunflowers that grew in my garden? I have taken pictures of them. They've gone now. I didn't plant them until like late in the summer because it's been so warm. I'm not even joking you. The lady sent them to me. I forget who it was now. It's terrible of me. It was Carol, wasn't it? Carol. And I know they were this eye.
Wow.
I mean, you can't even see now because they were that eye. They were bigger than me, and I had 3 of them, and they grew so. And they were still growing until November.
Wow.
They won't grow back. I'm sure. We had to. They just in the end they just sort of flolloped, and then we had to.
Was a giant at the top of them?
Huh?
Was there a giant at the top of them?
Yeah, fee fi fo fum. He said. Yeah, I smell the blood of a Englishman.
I think so. Yeah.
But anyway, such beautiful. Huh?
Unfortunate.
Oh yeah. It just made me smile every day. I looked out of the kitchen windows, the back garden, the sunflowers. But I grew that.
They're happy, aren't they? They're happy flower.
The happiest flower around.
Yeah.
The fact that they're sort of striving to sort of reach for the sun. Reaching for the sun. And there's your last one. Elegant echinacea. So you get all of the dyes in there to build up your flowers, and then as I said, all those colours of linen cardstock in there as well. I won't flick that through that because it's been hacked to pieces. £56 or $80 is your price. Are you going to Sheena-rise this?
Yes, just a tad. Sheena and Deborah Durand derives it.
Right.
We've been playing with them, you know, because it is like when I bring you my collections, it's like, of course I know what to do with them because I came up with the concept, so I kind of know where I'm going with them. But it's really nice to see someone else's vision and play with someone else's design and see how they go together. And these are absolutely fabulous. So what we've done is we've got the bits of paper and just use the offcuts, these little scraps. Don't throw these bits away because you'll find that there's elements that you'll need to cut out. From these little strips and things like, this year you're going to get loads of these little centres still from those strips of card. What I would do as well, me being me, I'm quite kind of like methodical when it comes to crafting stuff like that. I like to have a cutting session. So I would cut like the wind, like cut all the bits out and have a little box and have a little, keep them together.
Christopher Cross, cut like the wind.
Together. Yeah, sorry?
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross, you're gonna cut like the wind. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. That's me, cutting like the wind. Yeah. And then you've got all your elements and keep them separate. And what you find as well is they've got a nice embossed element to them as well. So that is going to give them that like look of realism because you want a little bit of veining on there. If they were just flat, they'd just look like a cookie cutter kind of outline die. But they're not. They've got like veins on the leaves and things like that. I've taped these down as well, which I'm not going to worry about doing that. I'll do that in a clean-up time shortly because, time will pass us by if I'm going to be taking those bits off there. So we'll pop them to one side. And then, but they look too clean, they're too bright. We need a bit of ink on them to give them a bit of contouring and to make them look more realistic. But like I say, we have got that veining element, which is going to make it much easier for you. Now, I've already got more cut, because I think it looks better if you cut more than one layer as well. Sometimes some of them look fuller if you've got more than the one, which is why I would just, on a big plate like this, if you're getting the collection, fill it with the flowers.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fill it, put it through, do an anemone or a echinacea and your poppy, whatever you want to do all together, and just collect the bits and just keep cutting. And then when you've done all your cutting, then you're going to make a mess. You're going to start playing and constructing. So that's what I've done. So now we've got all of these other bits here ready to play with. These are pre-cut. Now this card is a mashup of some more papers that we've got coming up on the show. So as well as the gorgeous new Valentine's collection, there's the vintage ones, Ben, which are coming up. So look at your other papers you've got and pick out the little bits that you've got in there to to mix and match, because when you release something, you only get the elements on that one collection, and it's more fun when you get the mash up in the, between them, don't you think?
Absolutely.
So what I've got is I've got a piece of this gorgeous paper here from the
Where's that
the
from?
Valentines. That'll be the Valentine's one there. So I was contemplating that one as well, which I think that's such a pretty image there. I think the poppy would show up really nicely against that as well. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I did plump for that one there because I thought it was warm, vintagey looking, and that's going to sit onto that background. But before I stick it again, you can do, let's have a little bit play, let's do a few bits with it, shall we?
Titivation.
Let's do a bit of aging with it. So we made bits darker before, didn't we? You can actually make things a bit lighter as well, Ben.
Yeah, okay.
You could sand it as well. We can rough up the edges a little bit if we want to.
Oh, this is where you might use that edge crimper.
Yes, but if I could find it.
I'm going to go and get you one.
Right, thanks,
I'm going to
Ben.
find one. There's one in the drawer out there. Just carry on without me. I'll be 1 minute.
Alrighty then, carry on. I'll just keep talking and playing. So what I've got is some gesso. No, I haven't. I've got gouache. But if you had gesso, it's the same thing. What you're going to do is use it kind of dry. You don't want this wet on your brush. You want it dry. So put it on your flat paintbrush and make sure you kind of get, it'll start drying the more you work it into the brush, and you can actually take off the excess, and then you can just start brushing across your paper like this, and it'll give it kind of a look like, like wood, like bleached wood. You know when you get that panels of the... Oh, thank you. Perfect.
That's it, in case anyone was wondering. Just there.
That's the little thing there. It looks like a little spaceship, isn't it? With a, yeah. So can you see how this is taking that? So it's pushing it back even more. So instead of so the brighter papers, this is really good on the brighter ones. If you want them to go a little bit more muted, this is already quite muted.
So I've missed this. What you put on here?
So
is it gouache?
This is gouache, but gesso would be the thing to use, Ben.
Okay.
But you're using it in a dry brush fashion, and you're using straight lines like this, because then you're going to make it look more like, like when you get those bleached wood panels, when they look like they're weathered panels of wood.
Yes.
Yeah. It gives it that kind of look. And it just, again, pushes it back a little bit further. And if you use the brush for the texture in it and keep it straight, it would look a little bit more like that. You could even get a rule, like a ruler, and then do little lines of a darker colour.
Yeah.
And then it'll look more like panelled wood. But that now you've still got the pattern in it, but it looks much more vintage and faded. But we're still going to put a little bit more colour onto that as well. I'm going to wipe the background up. These are all things that you don't have to do, but I'm showing you what you could do. These papers are just good to go.
But that's exactly right. You're just adding an extra layer on top.
Options. Exactly.
Yeah. This is the icing on top of the cherry on the cake.
Exactly.
The cherry on top of the icing on the cake.
It's a take it or leave it thing. So when you've played with your papers for a few weeks, a week even, and you think, oh, I might mess around with them, I might do something. This is that stage where you think, right, I might do a little bit more to them, see what I can play with. So I'm going to dry that then.
Yep. Sheena and Ben always amuse me, says Lynn, finding a song in everything. I love it. Hi, Sarah Muir. And Zoe Carver says, I got the daisy, sunflower, poppy and rose. I love these dyes. I'm saving my pennies to get some more, and that pad. And a couple of jokes from Jane tonight. Ben, what do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? What? Frostbite.
Oh,
and this next
like
one's a cracker. I've never heard this before.
Frostbite.
It is, what do you call a wreath made out of $100 bills?
I don't know.
Aretha Franklin's.
Oh!
That is brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Hey?
I love it.
Aretha
respect. See what I did then?
See what you did there? Yes. Brilliant, Jane. I think that's your best one yet. Love it.
Right, so Ben, I'm going to grab one of those, the rectangular blending tools.
Oh, yes.
So if we want to continue this looking like kind of weather washed wood kind of thing, I'm going to just have a play here and use this brownie colour, and I'm going to drag down like this. So this is, obviously you think, oh, what you done that pretty lovely paper there. You're obliterating it, Douglas, but this again, it's an option, okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but if you want to give it that look of, aged, like wood, weathered kind of look to it, this is what you could do if you wanted to do that. So that rectangular one is the best one to use for this one that I'm using here, because it's already got a solid edge to it, yeah?
Yeah.
The circle ones are softer for blending. this would be the one to, and use again straight lines this time. And so instead of blending and giving it that vignette look around the outside, I'm using it in a straight up and down linear fashion.
Just whilst you're doing this, Sheena, could you, for Brenda, just talk generally about gesso or gesso? I know people say it differently. She says, what is its exact purpose, and how else would she use gesso?
I love this question, because it's the one that people used for a few years back. It becomes the most popular thing ever. Everybody's using gesso, and people were pronouncing it differently. And I thought, I've always called it gesso.
Some people say gesso, though, don't they?
And some people say gesso with it. So I looked it up online, and there's even a pronunciation you can online, and it is gesso.
Gesso.
Because it's Italian. It's Italian for gypsum or chalk.
Right.
And that's how you pronounce it, is the gesso. And it's the main element in that is a chalk finish, which is why when you put it on, it's matte, isn't it? It gives it a kind of a key, something to that other paint and things can cling to it. Can you see how now that's looking more like you can see the pattern in the background.
Yeah.
But it looks very vintage.
It does.
And aged. So this is a great thing to do for your old stuff, your old things. So anyway, gesso. In the past, what gesso was used for, which is why it's a historic thing. It's not a new invention. It's like centuries old. The masters, they would be painting in. You wouldn't be acrylics at the time, would there? There would be. You would be using oil paints, yeah. And oil paints are corrosive. They're a thing that would, in time, destroy the canvas that they're painted on. So what the gesso would do would be go on the canvas and give a nice surface to take the paint onto, even the surface out, so that when you apply, and this is still true with gesso now, it evens out a surface, but it would also stop the oils from degrading a canvas over time. And then it would be made out of, like they'd use egg and all kinds of things as the binder for the paint. Eggs, things like that. Yeah, the tempera paint and things. And things like that. I love it because sometimes you'll see people calling it tempura.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's a batter.
Yeah, it's what you have in your prawns, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tempura prawns.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, so the things like that. But modern gesso does protect the background, because sometimes if you're using it on MDF is a type of man-made kind of surface, wood kind of chippings, isn't it? That if you get it wet, it will expand. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to apply lots and lots of water and paint, or it'll go into the fibres and you'll get a fuzzy surface, and it won't be a nice flat surface anymore. It does expand the grain in it, the makeup of it. So if you coat it with gesso first, and just do the one coat and let it dry, and then do all your mixed media and your alterations and things like that on it, it seals it, and it then means that everything else you do after that won't harm the background. The other thing gesso does is, when we're talking about the ephemera, mixed media and things, so if you stick buttons, if I've got a canvas board,
yeah,
and I want to do lots of texture, and then I'm thinking, right, I want to have one of these. There's some paper, I want to put me little elements I've cut out and things, but I've stuck a button on there. I maybe found a little brass key, or I've found some plastic bits, or I've found been stuck eggshells on it. People do that with mixed media. If you wash them first, so you've got different surfaces that are going to take paint completely differently. What you then do with your gesso is you paint it over the whole thing. The plastic, the metal, the tin, the natural shell, the canvas, and it evens the surface over everything.
Got you.
So when then you apply paint to it, the paint takes to
evenly to all the different
the same way.
materials.
Absolutely. So that was a long.
I enjoyed that.
It was like a school, wasn't it? But that hopefully, let me know if that answered it for you, because it's one of those things that people don't explain it that often, but we use it a lot. And I always like to know what I'm using and why I'm using it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to, anything like that, shout up. If I know it, I'll tell you. If I don't, I won't.
Well, Brenda, there you go. A very thorough answer for you. Doreen just said, I'm so happy to see Sheena using gesso. I got gesso last Sunday for a Christmas Advent swap, but I've never used it. Well, now you know all the ways to use it. And Carol says, yes, I need that little tool. Into the cart it goes. Yep, well done. That is your edge crimper, if you're looking for that on the web.
And
Only
it
a
does a
few
great
quid, I
job.
think.
And what it does, it makes it look like board as well.
You can use your scissors, but I think it's safer with an edge crimper and it gives you a better effect, doesn't it?
Yes, well, I've done that before with a knife and things, and you can cut into your paper, you can chew it up, and it can just not look good, but that's really much easier to use. But how different does that look? That's what we started with, and that's what we've done to it.
Night and day, isn't it?
Isn't it? But it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It looks like...
It's been Sheenarised.
It has been Sheenarised, and it's an option. It's something you can do. You don't have to do it, but you can do it. So we're going to use that frame on there, like that. We're going to have this Make-A-Wish, and it's going to come through like this. Can you see how we've got different textures, different things going on? We've got a little butterfly, again, from the vintage paper pads that we've got available as well. And then we're going to put this poppy together, and we're going to stick that together there. I'm going to tidy up, glue these bits, Ben, and then regroup them and stick the poppy together, if that's okay. Yeah?
Yes, excellent stuff. I so enjoy all the different techniques Sheena teaches us, says Lynn M. It is always an education, isn't it, on these shows? Lynn says, I love the explanation of gesso. I bought gesso when Sheena used it with one of the mixed media collections where she used paper towel torn up to create a mermaid tail.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Sherry Miller, why was the snowman kicked out of the market?
Don't know.
He was picking his nose. Carrot. And what colour ink was Sheena using, says Lenora?
I was using seal brown.
Right. So we're just going to stick the flower together, I think now.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to stick the poppy together. We'll do a little bit of inking on that to show you how that works. It's just one of those things that, unfortunately, this is a bit time consuming. It's a bit boring. So, you know, any more... yeah, we've used all the rubbish stuff we were talking about at the wrong time, Ben, don't we? Not that we don't have a bank of rubbish we can draw on at any time, Ben. No,
Well, I mean, we can always talk about rubbish. I'm not going to go down that line again. We were doing animal noises last night.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
show.
right, yeah.
I feel like it's a show that will go down in the...
What about Christmas songs? What's your favourite Christmas song? What do you love? Give me 3 tops Christmas songs every year you like, but the ones that you don't go, oh, not again.
What, 3 that I like and 3 that I don't like?
3 you like, 3 don't like.
Well, I've got to put Shaky in my top 3.
Yeah.
Because he's my childhood hero. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
And I do, as much as I don't like it for the fact that there's a wrong note at the end, I absolutely love It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
I love that. That is so festive, isn't it?
Can I have a top 5?
Yeah, go on then. Have 5, go on.
It's the most... so that's my second. Sneaking in there is one of my favourites, certainly over the last few years. The more I hear it, the more I love it. Andy's an old school chum of mine. I love Christmas Lights by Coldplay.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard that one?
Yes, I have. It's very quite slowish, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very Coldplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love... Have you ever heard of the Brian Setzer Orchestra?
I have not.
So he's like a big band kind of rock, and he does a brilliant version of Jingle Bells,
Right.
which you can hear in Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was on Sunday.
Ah, okay.
So that's definitely in there. And one more for me, top 5. I'm going to need more. I love Marshmallow World by Dean Martin.
Oh, I love Johnny Mathis's version of that.
I've
as
not
well.
heard that.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, my mother would love Johnny Mathis. I grew up like, oh, she absolutely adored Johnny
When a
Mathis.
child is born. That's always known for at Christmas, though, isn't it, Johnny
Oh,
Mathis?
When a Child is Born. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not my favourite.
No.
And it's like, oh.
So Marshmallow World by Johnny Mathis.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that.
In the winter, when
Yeah.
the snow comes a-tumbling down.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ba-ba-da-da-ba. I wait for it the whole year round. What was the other one I was going to say that I loved? Oh, no. I had a good one. Oh! Bing Crosby, not the one you're thinking of.
No.
Mele Kaliki Maka.
I love that.
Kaliki Maka is the thing we say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that they say to you in the land where palm trees sway.
Yeah.
Hey, we know that Christmas will be green and bright, sun to shine all day and then the stars at night. Mele Kaliki Maka is Hawaii's way of saying Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, a very, very, Merry, Merry Christmas to you and you and you.
Lovely.
Anyway,
Coming to you soon. Sing along, Ben and Sheena. Rocking chairs and yeah.
Christmas songs I don't like.
Yeah.
Stay Another Day.
What one?
He's 17.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, it's not really a
bear.
Christmas song, is it? But it was out at Christmas, so people do it at that time. It's like Die Hard. People think it's a Christmas film. It's like, what? You know? Oh no. It's a good film. It's a classic. Bruce at his best, isn't it?
It is. I'd just say
not-
it is a Christmas film. The fact that it takes place on Christmas Eve at a Christmas party, and Christmas is mentioned something like 18 times in the movie.
Well.
So. Well, it's set at Christmas Eve at a Christmas party. How much more Christmassy? What, Nicola, you've never seen Die Hard?
What?
What?
Nicola, you haven't lived.
Christmas movie or not, you've missed one of the
Oh.
best movies ever.
Oh, what with Mr. Miyake, isn't it? And
What?
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber,
Hans Gruber.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman.
Now
Oh.
I have a machine gun. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. That was not too bad. You know who does a great Alan Rickman impersonation?
Who?
I can't remember his name. Who played?
Do you know who did it? No, neither do I.
Cumberbatch.
Oh,
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch, yes. He does a great one. He's really good.
That wasn't a very good Alan Rickman, but it was because he's German, isn't he, in the movie? So.
He is. Hans Gruber.
Well, there's a bit where John McClane basically gets rid of one of the bad guys, and he sends him down in a chair in the elevator. He's obviously, deceased, but he's written on his jumper, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho." And Rickman comes over to the elevator and he reads it like that. He goes, "Now I have a machine gun, ha ha ha." I think that's quite a good impression. But anyway. Yes, Jane Addams. Brian Setzer is best known for singing in the Stray Cats when he first started. Yeah. And he also sang a song, "This Cat is on a Hot Tin Roof," which is a great song. Anyway, Sheena, what is
Stray
your
Cats.
favourite Christmas song / songs?
Well, the ones you said, for sure. Love them. Love the ones you said.
Yeah.
Love, there's ones like traditional ones I love. I love the Carol of the Bells.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Just love that. Anything, my mum used to play Christmas with Nat and Dean when I was a kid.
Can I just say
Everything
yes?
on there.
Anything
everything
Rat
on
Packy.
that. Everything.
Frank has got to be in there as well.
Yeah. Just the old-fashioned, the ones that are just you can't beat them, can you? The
See,
old
I
ones.
enjoy Bublé's Christmas album, and I quite like Michael Bublé. But I'd
I
rather
love
listen to
Bublé.
Frank singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." If I'm being honest, I don't think you can beat the likes of Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby.
The classics,
Yeah,
yeah.
all
And
the
Judy
classics.
Garland did it, didn't she?
I don't know.
But very maudlin, very kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a happy.
Oh dear.
I don't think she meant, it wasn't like really going to be a very Merry Christmas, I don't think, with Julie's version, was it? Judy, I mean.
Who was the other guy who always used to sing at? He did a lot of Christmas songs. He sang Magic.
Oh, that's Perry Como.
Perry Como did a lot of
Yeah.
Christmas songs. My nan used to like Perry Como.
Yes. Yeah, Perry was popular. Popular Perry.
Yeah. Mel Torme, I think, was another one, wasn't he? Andy Williams, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, you know what? On YouTube and things, I've been watching the Andy Williams 1960-something Christmas shows.
Oh, I bet they're brilliant,
They're
aren't
fantastic.
With
and there's
star
one
guests.
with Dean Martin and Dean Martin's Christmas show.
they? Yeah.
And with Frank Sinatra.
Oh, I
and
bet
they were
that's
just
amazing.
naughty. They were just naughty. They just acted up the whole thing. They didn't care. Didn't care.
Like this channel.
Bit like us.
Yeah, exactly. We're just always acting up, aren't we?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
sort
we
of
are.
doing the job we're supposed
Yeah.
to do, but messing around at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've lost some bits off my poppy. Oh no, I've only got one. Anyway, that's how you put your poppy together. See, even when we're talking, right? Did it? Because I've not got a complete poppy here for this one.
Oh.
For some reason, why don't I have a complete poppy? We'll see if we could probably fashion it together.
Are you using brown or black on the red poppies?
Brown, because it's warmer and it just gives a little bit on around the edge, makes a huge difference to, and it brings out those little bits that we were talking about, the the embossed areas that give it some context and movement. We'll pop that there. Oh, you know what, I haven't even put the brown on that, bear with.
Spaceman Came Travelling, says Catherine Gorton. Do you like that one?
It's nice, but it's not my favourite. I kind of like the happy kind of, jolly kind of things rather than the deep and meaningful ones as much. You know, I'm a bit of a big kid.
Hilary says, December Will Be Magic by Kate Bush. I love, but I hate Thank God It's Christmas by Queen. I don't mind that.
It's Christmas. Yeah, it's very epic, isn't it? Yeah.
Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie, says Jessica. Right, guaranteed, Sheena will know this song. So this is on my Christmas playlist as well, Grace, who says the one that makes you smile is this song. I love this song as well. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
No, I don't know it.
Well, I'm shocked and astounded.
Yes, I don't know that. What? I need to listen to that on the way back then. That's going to be on my playlist on my way back up.
Grace, you'll have to remind me who sings that, because I can't remember, but it's one of those silly ones, like All I Want for Christmas Is Me Two Front Teeth.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Oh.
And Dominic the Donkey, that's another good Christmas one. Have you heard that?
Little Donkey?
Dominic the Christmas Donkey.
No, I was thinking of Little Donkey. You know.
Oh, Little Donkey.
Yeah.
Little Donkey. We used to sing that in school assembly.
I like the waitresses.
Oh, Christmas wrapping?
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, and I love A Fairy Tale in New York.
Oh, of course.
That's a classic, isn't it?
Do you also like a bit of David Essex at Christmas? Winter's Tale?
Oh, well, yeah, I do like that one.
Yeah.
I do. It's sad though, isn't it?
It's a sad song.
Sad songs at Christmas. I don't like the sad one. Back to happy Ben. Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman
Mrs.
with a jolly
Santa
happy
Claus.
soul.
Yeah.
Hey?
Mrs. Santa Claus.
Mrs. Santa Claus?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Free the angel, da, 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 da,
Oh, I don't know that.
Who's happy Santa every day? Mrs. Santa Claus.
Bub-a-da-bub.
Very well. It's on Christmas with Nat and Dean.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to watch that then.
There you go. That gives you something to listen to tonight when you get back.
Oh,
I've lost the middle of my poppy. Anyway.
Step Into Christmas is a good one. You can't beat Elton though, can you?
Oh, yeah. Bit of Elton. Yeah.
Favourites are When Are You Christmas, says Urana, by Faith Hill. I don't know that one. And your worst one, All I Want for Christmas. Oh, sorry, yes, All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
Oh, well, that's played a million times. You know what? It's one of those ones that it's such a good, I think it's a great song, but it's just overdone, isn't it? You just hear it that much that it's like, oh, thank you've ruined that for me.
Sandy says, I love Band-Aid. Do they know it's Christmas?
I've seen the new one.
No, I haven't. And do you know what? It was brilliant when it was released, and it obviously made loads of money for a worthwhile cause. But no, it's not on my Christmas list of songs. Band-Aid. Don't know if that's controversial, but I'm not too fussed. Not too fussed about that.
Well, I think anything that's a good thing, you know, it's a good thing if it's getting for the right reasons.
What is the new one? Is it all of the old songs combined?
It is, and it's combined new people and old people. You know, people who did it originally.
Any good?
Young'uns of the day.
Any good?
The original's better.
Yeah.
The original. I mean, there's actually a documentary on, I think it's Netflix, and they're showing you them recording it. And like, you look and you go, how young do they look? Like Paul Weller looks like a kid, you know, like a babby. And Tony Hadley.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know, young'uns. Anyway, I've managed to finish that card. Look at that. It's pretty though, isn't it?
Very pretty. Absolutely stunning. I mean, what you did with the papers as well is that it completely changed up the look of that card, isn't it?
It's options that you can, things to make a note. Somebody said they were going to, was it earlier, they were going to get a pen and paper and make notes on things you can do to papers. And that's really what my mission has been, is what you can do to alter your papers. So yeah, write those down. You might not use them every time, you might not use them for a while, but they're there if you want to use them.
I will remind you of all the dies in just a second. Loads of comments coming through. We spent Christmas on Waikiki 3 years ago, says Carol D. It is a lovely time to visit. Jessica says we need a music channel. I kind of think we do. Like, you know, yeah, Ben and Sheena sing the hits. Why not? Lynn M says, I haven't heard Coldplay sing Christmas music. I'll have to check it out. Lynn, I put it on my personal Facebook page, I think over the weekend. Coldplay have done a video of their new song with Dick Van Dyke. Oh. Have you seen it?
You know what, again, it's a sad song.
It's called All My Love.
But it's all about you got old.
I know.
It's like, oh.
It's a bit of a tearjerker.
It's a very much a tearjerker. I can't do tearjerkers. I'm like a big kid. It's just, I get too involved. I'm like, Maria Cassie said, you know it's not real, don't you? You know it's not real. It's fine.
But Dick Van Dyke, 99, and in this video he's still dancing around.
Did you know he's his neighbour? They live next door to each other.
What?
They live next door to each other.
Who do?
Dick Van Dyke and
Chris Martin. Oh, that's why they did the song then?
Yeah.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah, was on the radio, they told me. Because Zoe Ball told me. Zoe Ball tells the truth. Oh, it's like Zoe Ball tells you.
Well, I just assumed, because Chris Martin is like a big superstar now, I used to go to school with him, obviously, yeah. Chris, if you're watching, right, pal? Not seen you for a few years. Doing well for yourself. Well done. But so he seems to like team up with all the famous people, because on a recent tour he got Michael J, because he was a big fan of Michael J. Fox Back to the Future, so he got Michael J. Fox on the stage and they did a version of Johnny Be Good from Back to the Future, of course.
Oh, from Back to the Future,
yeah.
brilliant.
So
I think I saw that and you had to sit down and make
yeah, but he still played it.
Fabulous.
So I just assumed he teamed up with Dick Van Dyke, because, you know, Dick Van Dyke legend, Chris Martin legend, and two legends got together. I did not know that they were next door neighbours. Well, there you are. Burl Ives, Frosty the Snowman. Love that,
yeah,
Sandra.
That's a classic. I love the old ones, yeah.
What's the other Burl Ives one? Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. And no, if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. The mince pie song, says Rebecca.
Don't know that one.
Ask Alexa to play it. It's very jolly. Elvis's Blue Christmas. Sorry, by the way, if anyone's watching with an Alexa in shot. Sorry. Little Drummer Boy and Silent Night are my fave, says Janice. I Believe in Father Christmas, says Hilary, is a classic. And Bob Dylan has a Christmas song. It's funny.
Bob Dylan. Oh, a Merry Christmas to you. Oh, have a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Oh, the hippopotamus song is, yes, Gayla Peavy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I still haven't heard that. I'm going to go get that one.
Little Drummer Boy, Janice's favourite, and Silent Night. Gaudete by Steel Eye Span.
Oh, yeah.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christum Mesnatum, Es Maria Virgine, Gaudete. That's Deborah Durant's favourite.
Is it? I'll believe that. Yeah, I believe that of Deborah. Yeah, I can see it.
And one more, because we didn't do it for a break. Janice says, I love the Pentatonics version of the 12 Days of Christmas. I don't know that one.
I can't be doing the 12 Days of Christmas. That's the one. You only say the one you don't like.
Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah.
Keep them coming. We'll read some more out in a short while. But this is what you're going to get within your set. So for £56 at $80, you've got the elegant echinacea. You have got the beautiful, vibrant sunflower. I believe all of these are available individually, should you wish to get them. Charming Cosmos. This one is your alluring anemone. Sweet Eleboris. Lovely lily. Delightful daisy. Yes. Beautiful peony. Pretty poppy. That's the one you'll need if you want to do Sheena's card. Don't know why I've turned into. I don't know who that is. Grandad. During the war. Bloomin' Eyed Ranger. Bloomin' Eyed Ranger. Radiant Rose. And then Flourishing Foxglove. We put on the Nothing Was On last night, so we flicked over to Comedy Central, whatever it's called, Comedy God. They had one of the Christmas specials of Only Fools and Horses, the one with Peckham Springs.
Peckham Springs, the boy. Oh, those were classics, weren't they?
Absolute class. You just can't beat that. You're going to get your linen cardstock in there as well. 5x7 linen cardstock. You're getting all of those 10 colours, 3 sheets of each. Brilliant, of course, that we give you the white as well. So if you do need another colour, you can colour it in. Right, we are going to have a short break. More of your comments to come. And when we come back, we'll do something else for the next half hour. We'll probably craft. We might sing. I don't know. Do some impressions. You never know what's going to come up. That's why you'll stay with us. Check out the winter set. It's all there on the website. We'll see you back here in 4.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Home for the Holidays, says Sandy Boric, by Perry Como. You know that one?
I don't know that one.
No,
I like
okay.
Perry Como though. I do like him.
Mamacita Donde Esta Santa Claus was on an Amazon. I tell you what, I pronounced that well, didn't I? I don't even do French. Mamacita Donde Esta Santa Claus was on an Amazon commercial with dancing llamas. I love it. Lucine says, favourite Christmas song is Merry Christmas Darling by the Carpenters.
Oh yeah, that another slow one. She had an amazing voice, though, Karen Carpenter.
She did. Favourite movie, Danny Kaye and Vera Allen, White Christmas.
Yes, yeah, because they did Holiday Inn was the first one,
Yes,
and then they did White Christmas.
White Christmas was the follow-up, wasn't it?
Yeah. I watched
I'm
that the other day.
sitting over here rolling with laughter, says Sherry Miller, and Lynn M says, I love Sheena's Bob Dylan impression, lol. Christina Scott says, the video with Coldplay and Dick Van Dyke is wonderful. Some few years ago when I was still living in California and singing 4-part a cappella with my quartet and a chorus, oh, no way. I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with Dick Van Dyke when he guested on our show. What a wonderful experience that was.
That is legend,
that is
absolutely.
the stuff of legend.
That is like proper, wow, big time.
I know the answer to this question, but he was a lovely bloke, right? He just comes across
Isn't it
as...
awful when you hear anyway,
Yeah.
and they weren't a nice person? You go, oh no.
There's no way that Dick Van Dyke isn't a nice
no,
person.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
He's just a happy chappy, isn't he? And he's still amazing at his age. Wow.
Yeah.
Respect.
I like the Kinks. Father Christmas, says Jane Adams. Don't know that one.
Oh, I like the Kinks, but I haven't heard that.
Joanne Portel says, I love the Pentatonics Christmas music. My favourite is Mary Did You Know? Don't know that one.
Listen to that one then.
Hilary says, Must Be Santa Claus by Bob Dylan.
Well, there you go.
The other one I like, which is similar to that, is Louis Armstrong, Is That You, Santa Claus?
Oh, it vaguely rings a bell.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
It's like, the tune is like bum, 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 bum.
That one, yeah. Ah, cool.
I like Dean Martin, Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh,
Cracker.
I really can't say.
Well, baby, it's cold outside.
I got to go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
So lucky that you stopped by.
so very nice.
Look at your hands, they're just like ice. We'll do it. We'll do it.
You know, I was watching Elf. I love that bit in Elf when she's singing in the shower and he's doing that bit.
He's sat on the sink, isn't he? Grandma got run over by a reindeer, says Lisa P.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Well,
That's a
sorry to
good
hear
one.
that. What? Oh, it's a
heard it.
song.
Yeah.
Don't know that one.
Oh, you not heard it? Yeah, I've heard it. It's a good one.
Do you remember the barking dogs doing jingle bells, says Sandy.
I have heard that as well, sadly. Yes, I have, yeah.
Love the Christmas song Mary Did You Know, says Ricky.
Oh, that one.
I'm a Rhea. Says, I miss my dad singing at Christmas. We'd go to midnight service on Christmas Eve and people would turn around to listen. So proud of him. Miss him every day, but now he's around. Well, I know he's around when I need him.
Yeah, he had an amazing voice, her dad. He was a choir boy when he was a
Oh, really?
And he kept his voice all through his life. So, yeah, he used to, like my dad used, when he was in a good mood, he used to be whistling. I knew he was happy. And Maria's dad, when he was happy, he'd be singing in the kitchen. So, yeah, great voice.
Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, says Rosalind.
Oh,
Classic.
Nat King Cole, anything by Nat King Cole again. Yeah,
Such
fabulous.
an amazing voice. Two more. Love the little drummer boy,
Yes.
says Don. And Christina says, Dick was an absolutely genuine, kind and lovely man, just like you see him. Thank goodness. And I knew that he would be. What a story to tell, though, Christina.
Wow.
That is legendary.
I'm so pleased to hear that. That's good. That's what we want to hear.
We're going to, for the final 20 minutes or so, have another look at the paper pads, the Valentine's paper pads. I'll tell you what, I'm going to break protocol just because I can. Just because
Ooh, he's a rebel. He's a rebel.
Come over here. Come over here. You see, I hide stuff behind the paper pads, it's fine. Now, like these guys hide all their sort of stuff behind the L and that. I just hide my phone's there. That's also my Panto script, actually. No, I don't learn lines in the middle of a show when the guys are demonstrating. What are you talking about? But what a beautiful pad. So this is brand new today. This is the 12x12, obviously, love letter. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? It's so beautiful. Love the vintage design. Love all the different florals. Big fan of the like the cracked background that you've got on some of these, the musical manuscript that you've got there as well. Just stunning. And as we've been talking about, look at that. You've got more sort of, if we go back here, more sort of faded designs. But then you've got papers like this where the roses have been given more colour and really pop to the fore. Lots of opportunities here, again, to be able to snip into these and create your 6x6 pages. Lots of opportunities, again, to fussy cut. If you want to create like decoupage elements, you can. But what is so lovely, and these, again, are going to allow you to do that. Cut into these. You've seen some of the cards that we've shown you where, that has happened. Our designers have done that. This, again, if you like to make bigger projects, maybe you're making memory albums, maybe you just want to, cut that out, put a picture in the centre and have it in a frame, gives you the opportunity to do that. But you've got all the beautiful designs on the A side, and then on the B side, very quickly, it's just a little bit more stripped back, so you've got the opportunity to add more there, if you want to stamp onto them, if you want to stencil onto them, some really stunning designs. That's why I think people have multi-ordered here as well, in the fact that you're going to be doing so much with these. Even more now you've seen the sort of show with Sheena. I'll pop that back to cover me workings, and then I'll show you the 6x6 pad, which I just think is genius, because if you want to use it in its simplest form, as Sheena's already chatted about, you can simply lift these out of the pad, bit of matting and layering, whack on a card, pop in a sentiment, boom, you are absolutely golden with some stunning Valentine's cards, or indeed cards just to show love. If you decide that you want to do more, rewatch this show, because Sheena's given you some really fantastic ideas of different things that you can do to kind of titivate these. And again, what is brilliant is that if you do want to do decoupage, you know, if you want to layer these up just a little bit, you do get 3 sheets of each of the 12 designs in this pad, so you've got plenty of opportunity to get your snips in there, do some fussy cutting. Here again, you know, if you wanted to cut this out and use that as like an aperture for a front of a box potentially, you know, like that, for example, then you've got the ability to do that, absolutely no problem at all. 36 double-sided sheets here once again, and as you can see as I just flick through, the reverse once again is a little bit more sort of stripped back, giving you opportunity, I suppose, to be a little bit more creative. But you get both of those pads in the collection, so it's brand new today. If you want to jump in and grab it, 16 quid for both I think is a brilliant price. Or if you are in the US, $23.20. And just quickly again to show you some of the things which our team have made. Sandy's smashed that one out of the park with the beautiful little letterbox there. As I showed you a few moments ago, then you've got that beautiful box. Bags, of course, you can make with our papers as well. They're 180 GSM, so they will, you know, be great if you do want to make construction pieces. And these 2 projects here are a great example of the kind of things that you can do if you do want to snip in, do a bit of decoupage. Lily's just obviously put some foam pads there to create that sort of central point with the heart. Bit of matting and layering. 2 little sentiments on there, fantastic. And then this one by Nicola Armstrong, which I really love. Sheena did a little bit of this earlier on for you. With some clear embossing powder, just emboss that beautiful heart in the centre. Once again, matting and layering, popped a lovely little sentiment on there, really stunning card. Very effective paper set. Yes, of course, you'll be using these for Valentine's, but you know, you can use them all year round, as we have already chatted about. So many messages coming in. What we will do is we'll get into this next demo, and then we'll chat about your favourite Christmas songs as we go. What are you going to show us? You've been busy over there whilst I've been chatting.
I've just been playing. I'll tell you what I've done. So I've got a little one of those 3D little flowers there ready to play with, but I've also got the paper from the Valentines again. This really pretty hard. Yeah. So another little techniques. Again, I'm just trying to think of different techniques to show you as we're playing. And another technique was, again, it was an accident. I come up with this years ago, and I'll tell you why this happened. You know, we were talking about using this tool here, yeah?
The crimper?
The edges. Well, I used to do that using my craft knife, yeah? And it was getting really, you couldn't say it'll chew into the paper, and this day it slipped, and it scored my surface of my card. And then I realised that that was a really good look and a technique that I've used every now and again. I don't use it all the time, but it was something I came up with by accident, but it looks really cool. So now what I do is I use my pokey tool rather than my craft knife, and I'm going around the edges and scribbling with lines. Like, so think of crazed china or things where the paper is going to be torn and creased, and it's going to be more around the outside of your image. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your application tool. This is a bit dirty, it's very dirty, and I'm going to use maybe Bordeaux on this. I might use brown as well, but we'll see. And then you can, if you go around the outside, what should happen is you should start to see the creases that you've created come out. Can you see?
Yeah, yeah.
And it looks really aged, and it kind of wells up in those lines that you've put on there.
Oh, that is such a cool technique.
Isn't it good? And what you need to do is like break the surface, the tension, the surface of the card with your scoring tool. So you do need a sharp scoring tool to get into the breaking that down so that the ink will sit more in the exposed area rather than the nice flat surface of your card where the fibres are compressed. And then it just looks so much more interesting than just the vignette look. It gives it another aged, more authentic, kind of worn effect. Can you see how much darker? Like, see that dark?
Yeah, absolutely.
And by using that Bordeaux, which is kind of like a browny dark red, I think it fits nicely with that paper.
Yeah.
If you wanted it a little bit more muted, you could go over with the brown again, even the black if you wanted, just to tone it down slightly. But that there, I think, has really, again, just given it more.
It makes that, they say the central point, that central heart, it makes it more 3D almost.
Absolutely,
Pops it off the paper.
absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to emboss the edges as well, Ben. So we're going to do that now a different way again. So what I used to do with this was use my ink pad to run along the edge, but I'm going to actually try this. Let's try a different approach. So glycerin. And I'm going to go along like this with the glycerin around this edge that we've just made ragged and brush it with that flat brush and just go around like this. So you've got quite a decent amount, but it's not dripping. You don't want it dripping. But this is much quicker than using your ink pad, and plus you can score into your ink pad when you're dragging that across it to get the to get the ink onto it. So it can damage your pad, whereas this won't if you do it like this.
Yeah.
Which again is just me playing with glycerin, but it works. So we'll pop that in there again. So this is where now if you want to do an edge, you can just pop that up to the edge like this. And what should happen as well, because you've made that edge thicker, you've made the you've expanded the fibres around the outside of the cord, it should look more like board and you'll see more gold. And don't worry if it's not a perfectly even line around there. It's going to look better if it's a little bit distressed and a little bit more on one bit than there is on another. That's the look we're going for. And this is all kind of mixed media things you can do with the products you've got. You know, when you say about mixed media, this is mixed media.
Exactly right.
And all these different things, but you don't have to, buy something that's just labelled a mixed media product. As long as you're using more than one medium, you're using mixed media and you're using what you've got at hand in a different way.
Yeah.
So let me just dry that up a little bit.
Comment, Sheena, that's such brilliant technique, says Lynn. I so appreciate everything she shares. I'm always inspired. Joanne Micheli says the papers are just an awesome on the B side as they are on the A side. Love the gesso tip, thank you, says Jennifer McNeil. Another Christmas songs. I still love listening to my Johnny Mathis Christmas album every year, says Joanne.
Yeah, I'm with you, definitely.
The Chipmunks Christmas, don't be late, says Carol D. Is that the one that goes, Christmas time, dee 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 dee. That one?
No idea on that one, Ben. You're on your own there.
Oh, Ben! And we've had a request here, which other people have said they want as well. Maria says, please could Sheena give us a verse of a Christmas song of her choice in the style of Mrs. Miller?
Oh, no. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. You'll think carols being sung by a choir. Folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Yes, Sheena! We were already playing Mrs. Miller the other day, actually, and I couldn't find her having done any Christmas songs.
Is it sad that the only person you can sing you sound like is somebody who couldn't sing? You do it so well.
It's been a hard day's night.
And I've been working like a dog.
Oh, my goodness. Yellow Submarine was the other one that we put on the other day.
Oh, she's a classic.
In the town where I was born
lived a man.
Oh dear. Not only does she have brilliant techniques, Lynn, as you're saying, also a brilliant entertainer as well. One day, me and Sheena, we'll do a 45-minute live show.
Yeah, I'm taking on the road. Ben and Sheena on the road. Coming to a town near you.
Yeah, you seen Ben and Sarah 2 years ago. Next year, Ben and Sheena.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bring me embossing powder and my heat gun and the nights.
Yeah, exactly right. Bring your Mrs. Miller impression. Oh dear. I don't know who Mrs. Miller is, says Lynn, but Sheena cracks me up.
Yeah, that will mean nothing to you unless you listen to it. But seriously, that was I think I probably did her a favour there.
Yeah, you
It gets
did.
a lot worse than that, yeah.
I can't remember which is the worst song, but there's like Downtown's a bad one.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown.
She basically
Because
she
she
does a
gets
bit brilliant.
the timing wrong as
Yeah,
well.
she gets the timing wrong on the songs, and she's out of tune
Yeah.
all the time. It's just brilliant. YouTube,
fabulous.
she's loads of songs on YouTube. Oh dear.
So I am then the Stanley Mrs. Miller. We've got the vintage edges there,
Yeah.
and we've got that vintage side there where you've got the gold, kind of, it looks like board, and you see the kind of like really nice vintage edge to it. When
Yeah.
you see it, it looks really pretty. And then, should we do something else to this then as well?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if, well, we don't need to stick it. We can just do that when we come to that bit anyway. So this heart here, there's going to be a flower stuck over there like this, but this bit here is just crying out for something, isn't it? So I'm thinking we can be specific with embossing powders. Again, let's just keep on with that. The benefit of embossing powders is they dry. You don't have to wait for them to dry. If you're using like your glossy highlights or anything like a wet glue, there's drying time, Ben. With these there isn't. So what we're going to do is let's see, let's do a bit of sparkly stuff on these bits here. So I'm using glycerin, and I'm just painting around this little kind of frilly kind of frame here. So we're going to just get a bit, mixing them up again with the powders, and I'm not being super careful on what I'm painting. I'm just kind of going around that rough area. But you couldn't do this, you see, you couldn't do this with an ink pad, could you?
No, absolutely.
And you used to be able to, and you might still be able to get embossing pens, but they were never that great on the application. The nibs were always a bit chunky to be able to get anything really fine embossed with them. But with the paintbrush and a bit of glycerin, you really can just put it where you want it to be. And it works just as well as an embossing ink when you apply it like this. So we've got that there, pop that on there, and then we'll come back and do something else in the middle. I'm wondering if we should do the middle frosty as well. Well, we'll work that out as we go. You can always just keep coming back and see and try and bits out. So we'll try the sparkly stuff around there.
Jane Adams has just messaged, that is beautiful, and I don't know whether or not she's referring to your crafting or your
the
Mrs.
singing.
Miller impression. I don't know.
It's got to be the singing.
It's got to be the singing.
It's got to be the singing.
Definitely.
Yeah, Mrs. Miller knew what she was doing. All right, so we'll dry that. We'll heat that.
I want to say Merry Christmas, says Stephanie, and a Happy New Year to Sheena. I will miss you on Crafters TV during the break.
Oh, thank you. Well, we will. Maria's she signed me up for Christmas Eve.
Oh yes, on your Sheena page.
On Sheena page, yes. Yeah, the main Sheena page. We'll do it on there.
So have you agreed a time yet or not?
I haven't. I usually do it around 7ish UK time. Might be a good time.
Okay.
I think that works out all right.
Cool.
And then you guys have done your thing, and then we do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it works well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Look now how you like this. You ready?
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's amazing.
Really pretty. So what you can do, you could actually paint this centre as well. So you couldn't do this. You could. How would you do that with an ink pad? You couldn't, could you? But we can with this. So let's paint this little bit. Let's do that glittery as well. So you just paint them with your glycerin. And this is not anything I've seen anybody else do. You know, I really haven't. This is something I came up with and I started doing. So if you think, oh, I've seen that before, likely haven't. But it does work a treat.
Lots of laughing emoji faces coming in. Julie says, I've just listened to Mrs. Miller's Downtown. Wow, what a girl.
Yeah,
made Sheena sound like a professional, says Julie. Sandy wants a Sheena Christmas album. And Maria, you need to get your Maria off the socials. By popular demand...
Oh, no, what you doing now?
May I suggest a duet of Ben and Sheena in the style of the Bee Gees?
Oh, no.
Oh, could we have a final rendition of what? Oh, the Mamas and Papas.
Oh, that was California Geordie.
California Geordie, like
Oh, aye, California Geordie. It's going to be your #1 at Christmas, man.
All the leaves are brune.
All the leaves are
Brune, the leaves are brune.
and the sky is grey.
And the sky is grey, man.
Ah, I've been for a while.
I went for a walk
On a winter's day.
on a winter's day, man.
I'd be safe and warm.
I'd be safe and warm.
If I was in LA.
If I was in LA like man,
California dreaming.
California dreaming.
On such a winter's day.
Such a winter's day.
There you are.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
California Geordie there.
So we're very much like, you know, I don't know, Simon and Garfunkel, wasn't it?
Simon and
was just like, yeah.
Garfunkel.
Simon Garfunkel. Very much was reborn. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Have you finished? Should we just finish now? Come on, we're done, aren't we, really? You're not going to top that.
Ben.
Yeah.
So look how pretty that is, by just painting that centre in there, and now we've got this jewelled heart. I'm going to stick that together there,
Yeah.
and then we will get this virtually put together and see what kind of... you know, I'm hoping you've enjoyed the different things you can do to the papers, because I've never had a chance to do this kind of show with you, and
No.
we've got amazing crafters, you know, the guys, Craig and Debbie's, and they can show you how to do
Yeah, exactly right.
putting stuff together, things that are beyond my brain. But this stuff is, I think, the best way I think I can spend some time with you.
Yeah, it's been a great show. I think you will all agree that we've had a lot of fun, and also you've learnt a lot. I mean, who knew you could take what were already amazing, stunning paper pads and make them even more stunning? Sheenerize them. We should make that a new word. They've been sheenerized. But what's lovely, Sheena, as you've touched on, is that, you know what? People can get the pads, they can take them home and just use them as is, but they've now got these hints and tips from you to be able to, when they do want to try different things, to try them out.
Absolutely, you've got the options now. That's it, because you play with them and then you want to do something else and you go, right, okay, I've done that, on to the next. No, don't want the next. Keep going with these guys. Yeah.
Thank you for a cracking show. Sandy says, I'm cracking up. You guys, brilliant, says Maria. Love you too. The funny thing is like you go, oh, can you guys just do this? And we do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you say jump, we say hi.
Yeah, really. Well, that kid in school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. Why did you do it? Ben told me.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Who put the whoopee cushion on my chair? Well, I did, but she didn't tell me to do it.
Yeah.
Massive applause for the California Dreaming Man, says Sarah Muirlake. And thank you also to Ruby, who says, thank you all for the tips and examples. Sheena, it is gorgeous. We're done, pretty much. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out the paper pads, all the deals on the winter sale. And Sheena, thank you. I've really enjoyed our shows this year. Always an absolute pleasure when you're in. We have a laugh, we have some fun, but we have great education from you as well. Thoroughly enjoy working with you.
You know what? I love coming here. I love the guys here. Honestly, if it looks like we're having fun, it's because we are.
Yeah.
There's I can't pretend anyway. And everybody here behind the scenes, Tracy, the guys, and everybody love this team. And thank you for the support through the year. And can't wait for next year and doing more of it. Yeah.
Well, as long as we're allowed to carry on in the same vein that we always do, it's not going to stop me and Sheena from doing our thing, are they? Hey. Yeah, Sheena will be back in the new year. Thank you, Jane Adams, for your lovely words. Thank you, Maria. Thank you to you all for your brilliant comments. I'm back tomorrow. Craig's back tomorrow. So looking forward to working with him. We've got a brand new launch tomorrow, haven't we? First up. So make sure you're in with us nice and early for that. And then Beautiful Beginnings tomorrow evening as well. But thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Check out your baskets, and we will see you again for more fun tomorrow. Bye for now.